Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we're doing something a little bit different at the end of this video and maybe videos going forward. I'm going to read through and answer your YouTube comments live. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you guys are weirdos, I might give it up. But otherwise, I think it'd be a cool way to interact with you guys. I do read all the comments. I just often don't have time to reply to them. So I'm making a little time, 3 to 5 minutes at the end of the video. So if you have any questions about Magic, gameplay, the deck, life, whatever, feel free to drop them. And yeah, I'll try to go through them at the end of the videos. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, today we're playing ABZAN Super Friends, trying out a new card, Mosswood Dreadknight, a 2-mana 3/2 human knight with trample. When it dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. The adventure half is 2 mana for a sorcery. You draw a card and lose life. Card is sweet. Definitely contends with Underdog in terms of power level, though they have slightly different niches, I would say. Mosswood is fantastic in the opening hand if you're short on land or anything, right? On turn 2, if all you need to do is hit land, you can play this card, draw a card, lose a life, and try to hit your land drop that way. And then the next turn, you can always play it out as a creature. And then if it dies, then you have until the end of your next turn to then recast the adventure half, draw another card. So very annoying for in any kind of control mirror. Your opponent cannot just remove this because then you just draw an extra card and keep it going. Its worst nightmare, similar to the Underdog, is the Emperor because it does exile it, but pretty interesting recursive value there. It is a little bit different from the Underdog because the Underdog always has that threat where if your opponent might, get to turn 4 with 4 mana and you play your Planeswalker unprotected, a hasty Underdog could get in there. So this thing does not have haste, but certainly is very annoying to play against. So I would try it out for sure. Rest of the deck is all Planeswalkers for the most part, with a little bit of ramp in the form of the new Iron Crag and Celestis, a little bit of removal in terms of Virtue of Persistence, and then yeah, all Planeswalkers except for some sweepers, including Path of Peril, which is pretty nice here. On turn 3, you can sweep all creatures with mana value 2 or less, so that's good against a lot of the low to ground stuff. And if you work your way up to 6 mana, either on turn 6 or on turn 5 with some sweepers, you can then sweep all of them up. We have 2 more sweepers in the deck to round us out to 6 total, with a Depopulate on 4 and an Eternal Wanderer on 6. That's the deck. Yes, if you want to support the channel, watch the whole thing to the end and leave some comments because I'm going to try to answer them. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Well, the draw looks okay. We don't have double green yet. Mono red. Kumano. We're probably not going to be able to cut down this next card, right? Unless it's a... I'm not sure it's even worth... I think you just get the tap land down here. 2 mana 3/3 comes in. Can't cut it down. We can virtue it next turn, though. Okay, that we could have cut down. But if they play with fire, then you get blown out. And they still hold open the blowout, unfortunately. Definitely, unfortunately. I guess you can virtue this turn just to get the life, and then sweep next turn. That's pretty good, actually. So, they'll power this thing up. Ooh, they don't. All right, we'll just take the life. Great. I was thinking they play with fire, but they actually didn't have it this time. All right, give me some more creatures. We're ready to sweep. Or we could Celestis and cut down and stall a little bit longer. You are actually bigger than mana value 2 or less. So in that case, it might be Celestis cut down instead. Okay, we'll wait in case they have a squee, I suppose. We haven't seen a whole lot of mono red playing Monstrous Rage yet, but it is on my mind. I think at some point it's going to start seeing more play, and then you have to be a little more careful with your cut downs on your opponent's turn. Okay. Here they come. We'll bin the Kumano because we do have some graveyard stuff. We want to stick around. Oh no, is it time? Is Monstrous Rage in? Nope, not yet. Lightning Strike. So Renin Plus trades a land with them. Ashiok, both these things die. Maybe even Ashiok dies itself. I kind of like the Ren here better. We're getting close to Path of Peril. Though trading off the land doesn't really help towards that front. I guess you can sweep next turn. So if Ashiok survives at all, it's pretty big. They just power up Mishra's Foundry and attack it down though. Ashiok's better if we can pull it off. Because you'd have to trade the land with Renin 7, which takes us off Path of Peril. But if Ashiok survives and we do get to sweep, looking better. Still have 5 life. They might just go face here. Might just lose anyway. Yeah, there's the Foundry. Are you going face or Ashiok, though? Face is the place. We're jumping as much damage as we can, as much as it'd be nice to take out the Foundry here. Eat 2, drop to 3. It's not a good place to be. This is huge. The life gain is actually crucial. We do need a land. We can probably start getting rid of pain lands, though. A lot of sweepers, not that bad. Okay, let's sweep first, and then get the next Ashiok. Cleave, destroy all creatures. Make another set of blockers. Alright, and we can Celestus and gain a little bit of life every turn. Put a fire to the face. We're a top deck away from death. One to the bottom, that's good. Great, what else you got? Alright, hasty boy. We can chump you though. As long as you don't have Monstrous Rage still, we're thinking about that. Alright, we press on here. Put the other into your hand. I guess we'll exile the land. I think we just keep taking sweepers. We don't really need more land. Double spell flips to Dayside. Don't think we need to mill per se. Just you. Still very close to dead. Here's another blocker. Double spell, flip again. Yeah. I like that a lot. We'll drop one of these. We get life, keeps us healthy. They're thinking Tark here. 2 damage, where's it going? They've been the Ashiok, that's okay. I'm pretty happy with Virtue this coming turn. Another land. All this is fine. Okay. I think we start to escape here. I don't know if we need to bin anything. I think you start with the Virtue here. -3. If we can start gaining life off the Fortress, that'd be quite nice as well. We can't yet. I think you just keep plussing. How many get in there? Leave 2 blockers back? I think so. I guess we have 3 off this, right? Okay, so maybe it's you guys. We're happy to trade the underdog. Down to 11, almost there. Invasion. All right, I think that's game. 2 to the face. I think you can power up something for lethal, and then also get a creature land going. I guess they can block, which they have to do. Keep it going. I think you gained life here. The 4/4 is nice, but it doesn't threaten lethal because they can always block here. I think you just take the life while you can get it. Either drop to 2. Could have attacked to force them to trade the Foundry. But I think this is okay too. Just a little bit safer. Don't think we need a sweeper at this point. Should see the scoop. Land. Good game. Double Foundry is not sufficient. Okay. Goodbye. They can make you go 3/3. That's okay. I don't know. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Game's over. Okay. Strike for 3. Okay. Not bad. Surviving the mono red blitz. On the play with ramp. We'll try this. Ideally, they play creatures here. Game is frozen. Okay. And we're back from the game freezing. Opponent did not do anything. So black's okay. Iron Crag. All right. We're back in it. Naya do nothing. Well, I see her do nothing, and I will also do nothing. Next time we get to Ashiok or Ren, though. Her migration. Alright, so that's the deck. Sweeper's not awful against what they're trying to do. Stomper. Alright, you get to ramp. Okay, so we get to do one of these guys this turn. The Ren token's not bad. We're doing something big enough to deal with the Stomper. More lands also pretty good. We already have the sweepers ready. Okay, we'll take Ashiok here. And let's get some of these attackers going. I do want some pressure on them. No sweeper this turn. Another Stomper. Alright, so they can start attacking with these things next turn. Which will definitely be annoying. Leyline Binding on our upkeep. Okay. Fine, we can't stop that. Sure. This isn't bad. We could block with these things, flashing the Emperor, and then depopulate next turn, especially if they play out an Atraxa or something. I think that's a decent sequence. Other option is to Ren in plus or minus, and just hope they don't pick these things off and pick off Ren. I don't really want Ren to be picked off, though. I think we'll go Emperor this turn. Okay. That's fine. They take our Mana Rock, which is too bad. But we'll still flash in the Emperor and then sweep. Down to 11. Plus here, telegraph the sweep. It's not bad eventually. We're short on land now, since I took our Mana Rock. And we'll make a attacker. Foreign collects. Alright, more land for you. We can't actually Path Peril that yet, which is not great. This thing does have trample as well. Okay, forced into this. We do need land. That's huge, thank you. I would like that very much. Play this out as well. Yeah, I think you can even threaten the triple block here, that they probably blow it out. Cycle. Flip you. This is probably awful. What does this thing do? Mill a bunch of cards, put 2 of them onto the battlefield. Did they trigger this twice? Did they get 2 of these things? Sunfall. Binding the Emperor, most likely. Yeah. Bosiju could get that back at some point. Alright, so it's land for the sweeper. Not really any point in attacking. Don't think it makes sense to Ren in minus. Or Ren in plus. So I think you just run back double sweepers here. We can't even force mill them with Atraxa. Alright, I think it's double sweepers here. Means we lose the Dread Knight value. We can't really play it back next turn. No fighting on their part, though. Or no distribution. Atali comes down, 3 mana open. Planeswalker will be bad. This is all okay, except for the 8/8 haste. Alright, we live one more turn here. It's absolutely a sweep, no questions about that. Destroy all creatures. cycle. Game goes on. Opponent with 22 cards left. We got 3 decent planeswalkers in hand. And Vorklex has returned. Does not have haste, luckily. But they can run that back again. Mirrex is also an issue. Just the Mirrex alone. Okay. Oh, haste. Alright, game. Yeah, alright, you got me. You're over the top, went over the top of our mid-range. Yeah, I know. They all have haste. Okay. Feels good. Minus 19. Love to see it. On the draw, looks decent to me. Okay, we'll need lots of green. Cottage. Don't think we need to hold open. Cut down? I guess you could. Okay, we'll hold cut down. I don't know how useful Ganjo's gonna be. To the end of your next turn. There's no great way to deal with that. I guess you can Virtue here. It's not ideal though. A lot of virtues. Okay. Let's see if they take the value or do something else. They do. All right. This is 4 mana to power up, so we don't have double green for Ren though, which is too bad. Probably run out our own Mosswood here. It's the Mosswood value. Okay, returns. And an underdog. All right. Really quite bad into the Planeswalkers. We can play our own Mosswood. And Virtue someone. Eventually we can get all these guys back with Virtue, actually. That might be quite good at some point. We're kind of working our way up to 7 mana. I think we have plenty of life to play with. I think you just hang out here for a minute. Let's not give him the perpetual draws. Shelly. That will demand an answer. Super would be great at some point. Sorin Plus isn't awful here. I mean, I do want that card. That might discourage them from attacking this turn, which is kind of interesting. We'll hold the cut down for the knight. Nope, no attacks. Obviously, ideally they attack with Sheldred, but now they won't. I guess we could have not revealed that, knowing we draw into it next turn. Maybe that would have been slightly better. All the Mosswoods. Okay. They go for it. That's not bad. We'll take you out. Sorin survives, and we get to Emperor as well. And then have to deal with the underdog coming back. But that's not a terrible place to be, actually. So we could do this now, which we're pretty confident we're going to do anyway. Ideally, you leave green open. What are we going to do? We're going to play an underdog. I don't think we actually need green open here. Shelly number 1 down. Wow. Okay, I guess that's why they did it the way they did. Well, plus, we're close to a Virtue, though, which could be kind of interesting. Do I need that card? Is it worth the 2 life? Otherwise, it sits on top and we draw it again the next turn. So what do we need now? I mean, blockers are okay. They're going to kill one of these Planeswalkers for sure. I think you need to dig deeper, though. Ah, I thought that was the other version. That's awful. That's game right there. I thought we were casting this as the creature side. Now there's single face. That's not good. That's awful. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay. This mana's actually... Wow, it's not great. I think we can still Liliana on 3, but it's not ideal for sure. Rot Priest. Gonna need to get rid of you soon. That's an expensive card. All right, buckle up. Ideally, they don't play creatures for a while, and then Liliana can get in there. So if we Virtue, they just protect in response. So maybe you Underdog instead and just Liliana next turn. Not sure it makes sense to run out the Virtue into open mana. Soul Partition, okay. Can be doubled to bounce their own stuff. Skrelv. Might have to Virtue the Skrelv this turn. No white for the Emperor regardless. Okay, we'll try to Virtue Skrelv here. We get the poison resolve first. Then they protect it with Tyvar, another poison. Not ideal. Might have to Liliana minus, even though that leaves her susceptible to dying the next turn, up to 6 already. Not a good start. It's got to be the Lil minus. Got to clear out someone here. Sack a creature. Skrelv down, Rot Priest still alive. They could have backup Skrelv in hand too. They go face, they're going for the kill. And a chorus. Not looking great. It's not a land, it is a blocker. Draw a card, lose a life. Not it. Plus here. I don't think we need the Emperor. The Wanderer. If we're going to have double white, I think the Emperor is actually better. Replay a blocker. Bounce you. Swing for 2 poison, up to 9. Any targeted spell gets the rest of the way. Land. We cannot target their creatures. We have to draw into a sweeper. Which we can't cast this turn anyway. Or we have to be able to block everything, which we also can't do. So I think that's just game. I'm not sure there's anything we can actually do here. I guess we can minus. Yeah, I guess you have to minus here. But then they get back a creature with a crawling chorus anyway, so there actually is no way to do it. Unless they mess up. So they sack the chorus here and they still get a 1/1 attacker, which is the issue. Yep, so they get the 1/1. We can't stop that. Even trying to cut down doesn't help. Nothing helps. There's a white source, finally, and then we'll just scoop because we can't get there. All right. Pretty much a non-game off the mana sources. Okay, welcome to the post-game comment section. I don't really know what I'm doing today, but we're going to try this out. I think it could be fun. Didn't know you were a Rucksackus. Yeah, I am. I don't know what to tell you. I am definitely a Sackus. Spellscorn Coven and Leer have been my favorite so far. Spellscorn Coven, the Flash Fairy, that one seems pretty cool. Spellscorn Coven. Hopefully my search history is not too embarrassing. Oh yeah, this card looks sweet. I really do want to try it out. I couldn't fit it in the deck the other day, but I am excited to try that out. Coven looks sweet. Okay. Just ran into your video, bro. You're 100% honest with the value of what's good and what's not good. Appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you too. Yeah, I try to be pretty transparent. I do clickbaity thumbnails too. Oh, generally, if I'm really excited about a video, I'll try to hype up the thumbnail. But I try to be honest. Like, it's a tough balance because if I just eat shit the entire video, I don't necessarily want to telegraph that in the intro because I don't want people to just leave immediately, but I do try to be honest as well. Basically, if it's a good deck, I'll tell you up front. And if I don't say anything up front, you can probably assume that maybe it's not going to go that well. I don't know. Thank you, my dude. FYI, the part on Ironcrag about lose other abilities refers only to the Ironcrag itself, not the creature it equips to. If you opt to have it become an equipment and no longer taps for mana. Cool. Thank you. I did not know this. Yeah, I appreciate this. Ironcrag, type this. Yeah, this is useful information. Thank you. I like these kind of comments. Very helpful. Fairies, great build. I've been wondering how something like this would look for a while. Demir's tools, too good to go all in on fairies. Yeah, I mean, I said this in the intro, but yeah, I think Shelter's really good against aggro decks. I don't think they give us enough fairy tools to just run fairies, and I don't think they're busted, as I said in the intro. So yeah, thanks. I think it's about right. I mean, you're just running flyers with Gix, and you kind of hope to draw spells and survive long enough and do the thing. There is one thing I wanted to add to this video, which I forgot, is that I originally built it with Go for the Throat, 2-mana instant, and then over time I took out all copies of Go for the Throat for cut down, in my mind being cut down being your 1-mana removal spell of choice to clear out the cheap stuff, and then whatever the pay X and a black is, the fairy, is kind of the replacement for cut down, and that leaves you with more 1-mana spells in the graveyard to get back with the 3-mana fairy that gets it back. And I thought that was better. I was really enjoying the 3-mana fairy so much that I was like, the curve is so tight. Like if you're attacking every turn and not having blockers back and having, you know, mono red or mono white attack you, it feels pretty bad. And I think the difference between a 2-mana Go for the Throat and a 1-mana spell actually does make quite a difference. So I made that sub about halfway through the video and I forgot to comment on it, but I think it's pretty good. I think you messed up the Cathara sequence. I don't know. I can't remember. If you leave comments like this, I do appreciate them, but like, I can't. This is like days ago for me at this point. This is yesterday? I don't know. I have no idea. Thank you. I'll try better next time. Okay. How many minutes was that? I feel like I've been answering comments a while. We'll leave it there. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like. More comments, because I'll answer them now. That's really exciting. Subscribes, all that stuff. And yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.